Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of how to make, at full capacity the gel matrix. Tier 3, we did oxides. Let's go down the chain, we'll have to find the biocells, and we do the same thing as we did with the oxides. Now the configuration that I did already on the gas is set up, as you guys can see. I have this extraction for noble gas, and this noble gas that gets extracted at a constant rate has 12,000 required units. Same goes on the other one, 12,000. Now all those are linked between those, and those extractions go into those storages and get processed into tier 1s. Those two get processed into tier 1s, and those two gets processed into oxides. And we create 5 oxides on this facility, tier 2, and this facility tier 2, another 5. So we make 10 oxides per hour, which is required for the tier 3 to make in an hour. And that completes one of the chain. Now we need to go forward to complete, and the next we have like the biocells, and we do the same thing with biocells. We're gonna build from scratch, and we're gonna find ourselves the common planet required. So we need to look at the input. So for the biocells we need biofuels and precious metals, and we need to look for a planet that they have in common. So we got for the biofuels, we look at the carbon, and we see barren, temperature, or oceanic is what they have in common. And if you go to precious metal, they have barren or plasma. So the only planet that they have in common is a barren planet. So it means that the planets that we need to choose is a barren planet. And we're gonna choose a barren planet. Let's choose this one. Meh. And yeah, we're gonna do the same thing as we did with oxides. Now we're doing with the biocells. So we're gonna, I'm just gonna commission this. So to show you all how to do this. Now I still have the command center I need, so I can just keep on rebuilding. First we'll need to find the things necessary to make the biocells, and if we look at the tier 1 we need carbon and we need noble metals. And we look at the scan, and we're gonna look at the noble metals first because it has the lower density, and we're gonna look for common or spots that has high density of noble metals, and then we're gonna look for carbon. Now we're gonna look first if there's like those spots, like the white spots is where we're gonna get the most density. Those are the spots that we're looking for. I mean, we see here it's a good spot. I don't think there's any more deep than that, so I think this is a good spot, but we need to find if the carbon is also close, which it is. So we can have like over here build our extractors. Those are, maybe just put it like in the north. This is a good spot. And there you go. We have those 2 extractors required for each tier 1, and we're gonna build up. Gonna build up towards the biocells, right? Is the biocells is what we need. They're another component to make the gel matrix. So now that we have the extractors, we'll build a couple of nodes. Let's build 3 nodes, should be, or even 4. But I think 3 should be good enough to make a 12,000 production. Alright. Now we're gonna need to process it. And we need to process it like 2 times. I think that's fine. So, and those are produced into tier 2s. Just gonna have them right here, let's say. Trying to build them close so we can just have more stuff. And those 2. Okay, think, right, gets extracted. Oh shit, I think this is wrong, actually. There you go. We need a facility. Good. So, we extract, then those gets produced into tier 2, and we need a launcher. Okay, we got the necessary chain. Now we are gonna scan first for the... We need noble metals, right? We said we need noble metals. So let's move. Let's make this a little bigger, maybe to see them. And we need 12,000 units to produce at the constant rate, right? Can I move any of them? Please? Maybe I should have just built the facilities after. Because they're very hard to move. There you go. You know what? Let's just decommission this, because it's really freaking annoying. I'm just trying to move the nodes, but it's just really... okay. I think I have them. Good. Now, noble metals. So we have one right here, one right here, one right there, one right there. And we look at $12,000. Actually, pretty close, actually. We got the perfect rate already. Yeah, it looks like we have already 12,000 set out at 6 days. But we want to set out at 5 days because we have the others also on 5 days. We want to have them all synchronized. So when I just like do PIs, I do like every 5 days. And I may not even want to get all more than 12,000. I want to get just 12,000. This is good because I don't want to have a lot of cargo unnecessarily. So we got the extraction. We can even submit. Then we can get the other extraction. Let's move the nodes. See if we can get 12,000 with 3 nodes on 5 days as well. We need carbon. It's actually pretty close. We might even need like another node, but I'm not sure if I can get all the links. But let's just have it like it is. Because we need 12,000 units. And I'll look if I can just install another node if I do the right things. So let's get those tier 1s. And let's build some links. So we have the tier 1s. Want to build right there and want right there and right there. You're right there, and right there. And what do we extract here? We extract the noble metals. The noble metals are built into precious metals, so we're gonna install that there. Let's install that there too. And on this we need carbon, which is made into biofuels, so we're making biofuels here. There you go. Now we're gonna create the route. One right over there. And one route over there. Same goes with this. One route over there. And one route over there. And the rest is gonna be in this facility. Same goes with the other carbon. There you go. Now we have this routed, but first we need to make this into biocells, right? Yes. Biocells and biocells. There you go. Oh, now we need to just create the link between them. One link over there. And one link over there. Same with this. One link over there. One link over there. So those tier 1s are going to be processed into tier 2s. Now we just need to create the route. Now the route is done. Same goes for this. The route is done. Now the tier 1s are just we only need one facility for each, because those facilities just create every 30 minutes the half, so every hour you create the enough needed. Alright, and I guess we need to create a link between that. There you go. Now the Biocells. And there we go, we just created every 10 minutes. Now the only issue we need to just make sure is that we got enough things for this. We think we just need to install another node. Yeah. And we got the power, so we need, let's move it like right here. So you can have like on 5 days the necessary output. We only need 12,000. I don't want to go too much over. Okay, should be good enough. Well, actually, we've got, you know, remaining power with and with the storage. Oh, okay, so we need to activate it. It is activated. Okay, cool. Now those storages, when they're gonna get full, the same story. Let me look at the links from the extractors. I think we need to create a link between, because we're gonna get noble gas. We need to create a link over here and over there. Same goes with this. So we can just, you know, any amount of what it's produced being transferred to those tier 2 facilities. Although I don't think it's necessary, right? No, it's not necessary actually, because those are tier 0. Made into tier 1, so I think we're good. Now, if we have enough power, we can try to even just build it into like have another tier 3. And just have like that produce here. Like we can have already the tier 3 over here, but we will just need another storage. Maybe right there. And here we can just make the tier 3 gel matrix already. And let's create the links. There you go. Now, this gel matrix, I mean, we will have to move from the planet, and you know, the stuff that we get from the gas one that we did is the oxides, which will have to just move into that planet that we build the tier 3 in. We built here the gel terrain maxes, so we're just gonna move the stuff in here and have them in the Barren launcher, and from the Barren launcher is gonna, you know. Now we probably should just create a new route then and have them there. So what is that gonna do? Is it's just gonna move any biocells that we produce like right here. I think it has the links. Now it just needs the output. Yes, well, the output is gonna be from the stuff that we get from the Barren storages. Is, you know, when we move stuff from the Barren Launchpad into the Barren storage, and from this Barren storage we're gonna move them into this tier 3 facility, and the tier 3 facility is gonna move them back to the Launchpad. That's the route. So yeah, we created the second part, and we fixed the necessary extraction. It's actually only 11,000 for some reason. So we didn't fix it yet. Let me fix it because it is important that we get 12,000. Alright. Don't want too much, but I don't want not to be the case. Because I didn't submit it. It is submitted now? And it's still not enough. What? Okay, I'm just gonna move that to be a little bit more. For some reason it is bugged. We'll take a 1 minute, because I want to make sure that I have 12,000 extracted, because if you don't have 12,000 it's not gonna be constant. It's gonna have like some hops from time to time, and you don't want that. You want to make produce like every hour, you know, to have stuff being extracted. So let's take a look. Because it is bugged, because it showed me 12,000, then all of a sudden when I... Okay. Okay, let's have like this. Okay, it's much better. It is 12,000, right? Yes. Good. Much better. So we extract the necessary things, and we're going to produce them right here in this barren planet. Yeah, where we can just, yeah, make more stuff. I guess that's about it. In the next video, it's going to be the last one. I mean, I don't even know if I need to make like a third part actually, because you know, what you need to do from now is just to move stuff from the other planets into this planet. I show you how to configure it and have the tier 3s, and you do the same thing on the last planet, which is with the superconductors, and the same thing you do for it. You find the planet, you have, you know, the suspended plasma, you find what they have in common. It's storm, plasma or lava, and the other it is water, which they have storm. Plasma and lava doesn't have, so storm it is the planet that they have in common. So you just find a planet that is storm, and what you need to do next is to find a system that has all these three planets, that has a Barren, a storm, and a gas. Once you find that planet or system, you can just have your configuration for those. Ideally, you want to have like on, because you're just gonna move stuff around, extract them, put them back, and to have like them on a planet, or on a PI that you don't have to pay taxes, that you have 0% tax, because you're just gonna do a lot of extract and put it back and stuff and do it again. So yeah, that'll be it for the tutorial on how to produce at maximum efficiency the tier 3s. Now you can go up to the chain, and you can actually just make like a tier 4s doing the same thing, because you have this made it the maximum efficiency. You use 3 planets. I guess you can use 3 planets for another tier 3. With those tier 3 you can actually make a tier 4 item at a constant rate, with just some small adjustments for the tier 1s required for the specific tier 4s. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know, you guys, what do you think? If this helped, if yes, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.